was it for you guys to kind of put this team away early? You guys get some extra rest in that fourth quarter.
No, it's not about that. It's just about approaching the game the right way, and that's trying to get better. And you don't go into a game saying, let's put the game away. You go into the game saying, let's follow the game plan, and if that happens, then you do that. So, we played some good basketball throughout 48 minutes and got a good win.
Yeah, what'd you like out there tonight?
I think we just paid attention to detail in our game plan. I think offensively, once again, having over 30 assists is huge for our ball club. Everyone felt, involved, on the offensive end. Our bigs were amazing. JaVale and Dwight, they controlled the interior, both offensively and defensively, and everybody else chipped in.
And individually, you went into the game knowing you had to be aggressive right from the start?
Well, with AD being out, knowing I'm going to have to, had to pick up the load a little bit offensively, but just trying to set the tone early in the game and see if my shot was going, and it was, and just trying to be aggressive on that side.
And it didn't surprise you to see how your teammates were feeding off you?
No, I mean, coming off a back-to-back, it's very easy to kind of, go into the dull stage or feel a little tired. So, let the group know that I wasn't. And see if they was going to feed off of that, which they did.
What resonated when you evaluated that Toronto game and then talked about moving the ball side to side and the assists have followed these last two games?
I mean, it's very important. And, I was watching film and seeing we had opportunities in that Toronto game to make extra passes. Even though we had some good looks, we had opportunities to have great looks. And we knew that we're very good when we're moving the ball and the ball's getting from one side to another, and we've been able to do that the last two games.
Is 30 the number that you like to see in team?
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's
is it a number?
No. I don't know if there's a number, but in the teens, it's not a good ingredient for our ball club when we have guys that can pass the ball. But if we're in the high 20s to the 30s, that lets me know that we're definitely paying attention to what we want to do offensively.
I think Kuzma 6 for 9 tonight and wound up with a pretty efficient night. What have you seen in terms of his growth from an efficiency standpoint this morning?
Well, he did a good job of just taking the shots that was there, being aggressive, and it's good. It's good to just get him back in a rhythm, because he's going to be very key for our ball club.
So how often do you look at your schedule and think that these are games that we need to try to make sure we win, especially at home?
I mean, I pay attention to the schedules, just seeing who's our next opponent. And then I just kind of lock in on that opponent and saying we have an opportunity, a great opportunity. No matter who you play, you have an opportunity to be great. And I think the last two nights we accomplished that.
Frank mentioned he was asked about you playing your energy level on the second night of a back-to-back, and he was like, well, LeBron's historically been very good on the second night of a back-to-back. Why is that for you, you think?
Because we don't have shoot-around. I get to sleep in.
So on Friday, should there not be shoot-around?
No, because it's not a back-to-back, so it's a different.
Trying to help you.
I know, but I don't want to get in trouble by Frank.
LeBron, they've changed so much of their roster, but is there something just kind of weird about playing a game against Golden State like that?
Not when you're in it. No, not when you're in it. I think when I'm watching them, when I'm at home and it's one of them off nights and I'm watching them, then it becomes weird. Then just seeing Clay in the suit and not seeing Steph out there. But not when you play. I played them in the finals without Kyrie and Kevin. So, no.
Final score, 120-94. The Lakers are now 9-2 this season, best in the Western Conference. LeBron James, season low in minutes. That's what we wanted tonight in the pregame show, and we got it. Just 26. His previous was 28. He had 23 on 11 of 21, 12 dimes. He leads the league in assists. He had 6 rebounds. Kuz stepping up, getting the start for AD. 22 points on 3 of 6 from 3. And JaVale with his best game of the year, 18, 17, 3 blocks, and he also had 3 steals. Let's head back to Staples Center. Lakers head coach Frank Vogel is speaking with Mike Trudell in the media.
Frank, do you think you're starting to get a better picture of these last 2 nights of Kuzma and the role that he can fill and the one that you anticipated before the injury kept him out of preseason?
Yeah, there's no question. He's really stepped up the last 2 games, and it's not really a surprise. It's just we knew it was going to take a little bit of time to get rhythm and timing, and get his legs under him, and it seems to be coming along. See back-to-back great performances by him give us a big lift.
Frank, it's the second night of a back-to-back. You're playing a team with not the best record, and LeBron's in year 17. He comes in, sets the tone, has a strong game. What does that do for your group to have him show that type of commitment in a game? Otherwise, some people might sit out or rest.
Yeah, well, historically, he's played really well on the second night of back-to-backs, and, he was terrific early. We're really the whole night, but for him, like you said, to come in and set the tone for our group with regard to the importance of this game and how we're going to play and how we're going to approach it. Everybody else followed the lead and really competed. We know Golden State is undermanned, but, you still have to go out and play with energy and execute and perform, and LeBron set the tone for our whole team with that.
There have been games this year where the start was slow and then eventually the team turned it on. Given all the circumstances that Dave just described, was it nice to see them sort of keep the foot on the gas and be able to get an easy win for the first time really this season?
Yeah, it's been a while since we had one like that, and I welcome it. Like you said, we kept our foot on the gas throughout the game. I credit. It was really a knock them down, knock them out type of thing. Our starters did a good job knocking them down, and our bench guys came in and played terrific. And late in the third quarter, where it's still hanging around 16 points or so, that game could go either way. And we had to come back to our starters, and we were afforded the luxury of resting them in the fourth quarter because those guys at the end of the third and the start of the fourth really played well. They defended well, they trusted the pass offensively, and they were able to break the game open.
You've been talking about sharing the basketball. I think tonight you guys had, 31 assists? That's the fifth game you've had 30-plus assists. What does it do for this team when they're sharing the basketball that way?
Well, that's one of the things that we have to become this year. We have to become a team-first team. And the man with the basketball has got to be thinking create for others. And when that happens with the type of firepower that we have on a team, the game becomes easy, and I really believe that if we commit, to that mindset of sharing the basketball, truly sharing the basketball every time down, and we commit to the defensive end of the court, we're going to be able to reach our goals, and we're going to have a terrific season.
Is that the number that you have in mind, like in the average?
No, it was 25, but I might have to change it.
To what?
31.
Frank, was it good to see JaVale kind of be able to put together a game like that finally?
Yeah, that was unbelievable. I mean, we had 18 points, 17 rebounds, but he has 3 blocks, 3 steals. Really led the care factor with protecting the rim for our defense. And, both of those guys, Dwight and JaVale, have had back-to-back really strong nights. Their tag team tonight was 13 for 19, 33 points, 25 boards from the center position. And those guys are supposed to be role players on our team. So kudos to them. They were both terrific, in particular with JaVale's numbers that he put up. But, those guys have been great for us all year.
A couple of games ago when we were talking about the Lakers, we said, where is your concern level with the three-pointers? And today they were 9 of 20, 47%. We've seen them now for the last couple of games start to find the rhythm. 45%. Where are you right now? You feeling good about where this team is trending in terms of the three-point shooting? There's a word you love, trending.
Of course. I mean, when you continue to put them in the basket the way the Lakers have the past 2 games. But the other thing, too, is when they kept saying it's going to take time. I remember there was a post-game a couple games ago when Frank Vogel said it's early with a smile on his face. LeBron, after the Miami Heat game on Friday, said it as well, that it's going to take some time, and once it happens, it's going to be dangerous. But I oftentimes wonder, too, the amount of energy that was being exerted on the defensive end of the floor when you were a new system and a new style of offense coming together for the first time and understanding where guys want the ball and where they want their looks and their shots. I wonder how much that kind of played into the percentages that we were seeing from defense.
Yeah, I think you're right, Alan, because defense, I think, is a lot easier to come by first, and I think that's something they wanted to manage first. Offense is always kind of tricky because you don't understand guys' tendencies. You haven't been around guys. The full lineup's not in there yet. AD and LeBron working on that aspect of the pick and roll. It's going to take a little bit more time. And I think they're getting there with that second unit and Rondo coming back. I think that'll be the second thing that they will perfect, hopefully.
All right, guys, the season low, 26 minutes for LeBron.